There's a kind of power that doesn't need words. It doesn't shout, argue, or demand attention. Yet when it enters a room, everyone feels it. It's quiet but commanding, calm but unshakable. This is the power of silence, the kind of presence that earns respect without ever needing to speak. Most people think respect comes from talking, convincing, or proving yourself. But the truth is the opposite. The more you explain, the weaker you appear. True respect comes from silence, control, and self-discipline. The Stoics understood this long ago, that a person who can control their reaction controls their entire world. The first step to mastering this is the power of stillness. In a world where everyone rushes to speak, the person who stays calm and still becomes magnetic. When people throw words at you to provoke or impress, silence unsettles them. They expect noise. They expect a reaction. But when you don't react, when your emotions stay steady, you take away their control. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You always have the option of having no opinion." That's the heart of stillness. People respect what they can't read. When your face and posture reveal nothing, when your silence holds space, people start to sense power in you. You become mysterious, unpredictable, and in that mystery, respect quietly grows. The second step is mastering your gaze. Your eyes say everything about your inner strength. A man who lacks confidence avoids eye contact, looks around nervously, or seeks approval through his expression. But a Stoic's eyes are steady and calm. They don't challenge, but they also don't submit. They communicate one thing: I see you, but I'm not impressed. That quiet steadiness makes others self-conscious. They start lowering their tone, adjusting their energy, trying to match your calm. That's real control. Not through aggression, but through composure. In a world of chaos, the one who can hold a steady gaze becomes the anchor. The third step is letting your energy speak for you. People can sense you before you even say a word. They can feel if you're confident, anxious, calm, or desperate. You can fake words, but you can't fake energy. When you walk into a room grounded, breathing slowly, moving with ease, people subconsciously align to your rhythm. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." The man who carries no desperation radiates quiet power. You don't need to dominate through words. You simply exist, steady, contained, and whole. Your silence becomes your language of authority. The fourth step is to control your face. Most people give their emotions away for free. They roll their eyes, frown, smirk, or tense their jaw, revealing every thought and insecurity. But a Stoic's face is unreadable, calm, neutral, in control. When someone tries to provoke you, they want a reaction. Your anger is their victory. But when you stay calm, when your face doesn't move, you take that power away. They lose control because they can't manipulate what they can't read. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Every small movement of your face either builds your presence or weakens it. True strength is the ability to stay composed under pressure. The fifth step is to move slowly and speak less. Desperate people rush. They move fast, talk fast, and try to prove something. But the man who moves slowly shows that he controls time itself. He's never in a hurry because he knows he's in charge. When you walk, walk with purpose, not haste. When you sit, do it deliberately. When you speak, pause between words. Silence between sentences builds power. It forces others to listen. The Stoics believed that calmness reflects order within. The calmest person in the room always holds the most influence. You don't have to interrupt. The world naturally quiets when you begin to speak. The sixth and final step is to withdraw your attention. The silent punishment. When someone disrespects you, don't fight to prove your worth. Simply remove your energy. Not out of anger, but out of clarity. Because attention is power, and when you take it away, people feel the loss immediately. They crave what they no longer have. Epictetus once said, "If someone speaks badly of you, live in such a way that none will believe him." Walking away isn't weakness, it's control. When your presence is powerful, your absence becomes even louder. And when people realize they've lost access to your calm, to your attention, to your energy, they begin to respect it. Respect doesn't come from words. It doesn't come from shouting, explaining, or demanding. It comes from mastering yourself. When you control your reactions, your emotions, your energy, and your movements, the world naturally bends toward your strength. True Stoic power is silent. It's calm, steady, and unshakable. You don't need to speak to be respected. You just need to show that you don't need anyone's approval to stand tall. That's the essence of real presence. That's what it means to walk through the world with quiet authority, where silence becomes your strength, discipline becomes your weapon, and your presence itself becomes power.